Okay, we're going to look at part 2 of simple derivatives. Okay, let's just get straight into some examples. We're going to differentiate 9x to the 11. Now what's different about this is you've not got a coefficient, a number beside the x term, which is 1, it's now 9. Now, you would probably predict the right answer to this one, which is that you bring that down, multiply by the 9 and take 1 away from the power. It's that easy, and you get 99x to the 10. So you bring the power down, multiply, but this time you're multiplying by the 9. 11 9s are 99, take 1 away from the power, 99x to the 10. Example 2. F of x equals 5x to the 7. Bring the power down, multiply, take 1 away from the power, 35x to the 6. Example 3. F of x equals 4.5x to the 2. Bring the power down, multiply, take 1 away from the power. Okay, so 4.5 times 2 is 9. Bring the power down, multiply, take 1 away from the power. That's going to be 9x to the 1, which I can just leave then as 9x. Example 4. F of x equals minus 5x to the minus 4. Bring the power down, multiply, take 1 away from the power. Minus 5 times minus 4 is plus 20. Take 1 away from the power, and that's going to be minus 5. Example 5. F of x equals 10x to the minus 4. Bring the power down, multiply, take 1 away from the power. That's going to be minus 40x to the minus 5. Example 6. F of x equals pi x to the 7. Okay, so remember that pi is just a constant like any other, so that's going to be 7 pi x to the 6. Example 7. Okay, this time we've got 5 over x to the 7. So again, we need to bring this thing from the denominator up and change its power. So it's now going to be 5x to the minus 7. A common mistake in that one is for people who think you can differentiate down bottom. That doesn't work. You bring the power up, change its power. You've now got 5x to the minus 7. Now it's in a position to differentiate. Bring the power down, multiply, take 1 away from the power. And it's going to be minus 35x to the minus 8. Example 8. F of x equals 2 over x to the 9. Okay, so you wouldn't write 9x to the 8 down bottom there. That's not the way you do these. You bring it up, change its power. Now you can differentiate. Bring the power down, multiply, take 1 away from the power, minus 18x to the minus 10. Okay, example 9. F of x equals 5 over x to the 1/4. Bring the power up, change its sign, 5x to the minus 1/4. Differentiate, bring the power down, multiply, take 1 away from the power. Minus 1/4 times 5 is minus 5/4. X to the, what's minus a quarter, take away 1. Minus a quarter, take away 4/4, and that is minus 5/4. Final answer, example 10. And we've got f of x equals 5 over 3x to the 7. Now the only thing that we need to bring up there is the x to the 7, so the 3 stays exactly where it is. It's the x to the 7 that I need to bring up. The 3 stays exactly where it is, so 3 is still down bottom, 5 is still up top. X to the 7 comes up and becomes x to the minus 7. I can then differentiate, bring the power down, multiply, take 1 away from the power. Minus 7 times 5/3, well it's going to be minus 35/3. 1 away from the power, x to the minus 8. Final answer, example 11. F of x equals 7 over 8x to the 4. So the 7 stays where it is, the 8 stays where it is down bottom, the x to the 4 comes up, changes sign, and that's 7/8 x to the minus 4. I can now differentiate. Minus 4 times 7/8, that's going to be minus 28/8 x to the minus 5, and I suppose I should just simplify that by top and bottom by 4, and that's going to be minus 7 over 2x to the minus 5, example 12. And we're going to differentiate 7 root x. Okay, so the number there's 2, the number there's 1. So that's 7x to the 1/2. Differentiate, bring the power down, multiply, take 1 away from the power of 1/2 times 7 is 7/2. X to the 1/2, take away 1 is 1/2, take away 2/2, so that's minus 1/2. Example 13. F of x equals 5 watts of the cube root of x squared. Okay, so I just need to remember that rule and getting rid of this power. So it's going to be 5 watts of x to the 2/3. Now I can differentiate, bring the power down, multiply, take 1 away from the power. 2/3 times 5 is 10/3. 2/3 take away 3/3 is minus 1/3. Example 14. And I've got f of x equals 4 over the 5th root of x to the 6. Okay, so just progressively getting a bit trickier now. So first of all, get rid of the root sign, and that'll be 4 over x to the 6/5. Bring that up. That's now going to be 4x to the minus 6/5. Still haven't differentiated, so I'm going to do that now. Minus 6/5 times 4, so it's going to be minus 24/5. X to the minus 6/5 takes away 1, that's minus 6/5 take away 5/5, so that's minus 11/5. Okay, and we'll pick those ones up in class tomorrow.